Hola, and welcome once again to Jackrabbit Journal. Tom Neiman with Hank McCall, and this was more like it. The Jackrabbits wipe out Western Illinois 52-14. We were all worried about the Jackrabbit defense. Why were we so worried about this unit? They played great for 3 quarters.
I was worried,
and you were really worried.
Maybe a little bit there. Based on what we've seen in the first 3 games, yeah, there was a little concern there. Just curious as to whether or not, or when these guys actually were going to come out and play with the type of confidence that we really hoped that they would. Granted, there's some young guys that are out there, we know that, but there are veteran leaders on this group that up to this point, we really just hadn't seen the type of, hey, take charge type of, this is the way we're going to go about it. And I think that we really did see that this past Saturday with the boys in blue on the defensive side.
The Jackrabbits hold Western Illinois running back Steve McShane to 56 yards on 14 carries. He came into the game averaging 147 yards per game. The Jacks forced the first 2 turnovers of the season committed by Western Illinois, and they are both interceptions for touchdowns. One of them by Christian Rosaboom and the other one by Dallas Brown, and they were both, Hank, in part created by getting some pressure on the quarterback.
Certainly, the guys up front for SDSU played a more physical game than really what they had all year this season. And it starts with the 2 big D tackles up front. They're the leaders of that group. And you just saw more of, I think, maybe a sense of urgency with these guys that, hey, everything we've done up to this point, we're not necessarily all that proud of it or fired up about it. We're starting fresh now, guys, in conference play. Let's make sure we start on the right tone.
And everybody was more aggressive. It seemed like great to have Nick Mears back at safety to kind of bolster this whole defense.
Absolutely. That's huge for this unit. Not just, it's another playmaker that's back there, a guy who's been doing it for a couple of years, but a guy, really a quarterback for that defensive secondary that says, hey, fellas, I'm back here. I'm going to get you lined up, put you in the right place. Let's go play some football.
He played great for the last 3 quarters. The offense keeps on cranking. 3 more incredible catches by 3 different receivers in this game. Never seen anything like it, really. Connor Landberg, at the end of the first half, one-handed catch, 1 foot in the end zone. His first touchdown of the season is amazing. And then Jake Winicky had a quiet 7 catches for 102 yards in this game, but this catch, almost blind and coming around behind the defender, makes the comeback snag on that one. And then Dallas Goddard in the 3rd quarter. It hits his left hand, and then it hits him in the helmet, and then it hits the defender in the chest, and then finally, literally 10 yards after he first touches the ball, Goddard grabs it and breaks loose and goes 70 yards for his 4th touchdown of the game. Seriously, I've never seen a game, especially by the Jackrabbits, with this many amazing catches in it.
It's a whole lot of fun, isn't it?
It was a blast, man.
Seems like every week we're seeing one of these guys on SportsCenter at the end of the night. I think I could get used to that.
All right, 5 touchdown passes in the game for Taryn Christian. He is the FCS national leader right now in pass efficiency. He's got 15 touchdowns, 1 interception through 4 games, and the offensive line is keeping him clean pretty well for the most part.
The offensive line is playing very well, specifically in pass pro. They've got to be excited about what they've seen from Taryn Christian. He's playing fantastic football, and he's healthy. That's the big piece of it, Tom. He's confident. He knows the guys up front are going to take care of him. All he's got to do, he's going to come up the line of scrimmage, he's going to make his reads, and he's going to deliver accurate balls and let his playmakers go up and do what they do best.
Jackrabbit offense averaging 45 points per game right now. They have 20 touchdowns overall. 17 of those are passing. They've got 3 touchdowns on the ground right now, and 2 of those by Taryn Christian, but leading the Missouri Valley Conference in scoring right now. All right, big plays of the first half with Coach Stiglmeyer next, including that challenge that almost wasn't a challenge on the catch by Landberg at the end of the first half.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Dakota Land Honda, and Service First Federal Credit Union.
Welcome back. The Jackrabbits win their conference opener 52-14 against Western Illinois, and it did not exactly start out well. What were you thinking after the Jacks were down 14-7 midway through the first quarter?
I was thinking we were seeing a whole lot more of the same of what we had seen, really, as far as inconsistent play in all 3 phases of the game in that first quarter in particular. But then we saw that defense clamp down, and we understood, especially in the second quarter, our offense is going to be able to score points. We talked about it before, earlier on in the season, before the season started. We thought that if given the opportunity, as far as the offensive line's play, if they could keep Taryn Christian clean, there was going to be the potential for this offense to be one of the more prolific offenses in the history of this program, and I think we're seeing that today.
All right, here is the first half with Coach John Stiglmeyer. All right, Coach, both sides of the ball were really good in this game, but defensively, you had to be pleased with how this thing came out. with all the worries coming in about your defense and confidence, and man, they played well for the last 3 quarters.
No, I wasn't worried. I was hoping they'd be themselves, is what I was hoping. And we hadn't been ourselves, and so our guys responded. And the coolest part was we didn't start out responding, but we were able to do it in adversity, which says a ton about our guys.
All right, yeah, get down. What a great start to the ball game, and people are thinking, what's going to happen? First series here, you go 3 and out, and then they block a punt.
Well, our punter was a little too far back. We didn't count the guy in when he came up. We knew they did the same thing they've done every game, but here's a good play to a good player. That kid's an all-conference player, Lenore, and he makes a lot of plays, made a lot of them in this game, and Jesse had a chance to get his hands on the ball and didn't get it done. All
right, quickly get down 7-0, but come right back here. Taryn Christian continues to tear it up and goes to Winnicky here for a big gain, and then goes to Goddard for a touchdown.
We had a lot of big games. We had a lot of third downs that we converted. It was really a good game for that situation.
First touchdown of the game for Dallas Goddard.
Yeah, he had a day. He really did have a day, and credit to our offense to put him in the backfield, motion him out, kind of catch him off guard. I'm not sure about that type of celebration there, but hey, the crowd was unbelievable for this game.
It was really good, and they got into it. They really did. You gave up 3 plays over 20 yards. This was one of them.
Yeah, this is just not playing with confidence. Now, the guy that should have made the tackle on the line of scrimmage, unbelievable effort there. Micaiah Slade running him down, gives us a chance, and we've had a number of those types of plays at SDSU where we've kept him out of the end zone, so applaud his effort in the end.
They get a flag here. They get back into 3rd and goal, and then get another touchdown pass here to go in the lead.
Yeah, this is a wiggle route. Our safety gets too deep. He's supposed to help the corner out there, and we just didn't get it done.
Yeah, there was a nice route on the spin move there to put Western Illinois up 14-7 here, as you mentioned, at the end of the first quarter. And then something happened to begin the second quarter here, and it turned around and starts on offense here, 3rd and 16, and you pick it up.
Yeah, just again, Dallas is such a big target. He's so physical. He's able to get the first down. Again, I mentioned it earlier. Huge. We preached all week about 3rd down, the importance of that. Our guys responded.
And he comes off the end of the line here for another touchdown.
Yeah, again, a big target, a strong guy, getting better every day still. Really proud of his performance. I love the excitement of our program. That we're a team and we celebrate together, and that says a lot about how our guys feel about Dallas.
Tied up at 14, and then the defense turns it on here. This is just really good.
It was unbelievable how well we turned in playing there at this point in the game, and discouraged number 34. He's a leading rusher in the nation and had about 100 under his average. Great job by Jordan Brown here. Physical, does his job. Really only needed one guy to make that play.
3 and out there for Western Illinois, and then a little bit of a run game here. Isaac Wallace, longest run of the night, goes for 28 yards.
Yeah, nice play here, and we lose a blocker, so we could have had a blocker up on the first guy. He makes a miss and pushes him out of bounds there, but yeah, good run, good job by our fat guys.
And he stepped out there, but get into a 3rd and 6 again here and convert, and this one happens to be a touchdown again to Dallas Goddard, his 3rd of the game.
Great job by Brady Mingarelli. You don't see that, but he really picks up 2 guys on the blitz. It's a 0 blitz, so they're bringing everybody, and again, Dallas kind of rubs him off the official and gets a touchdown.
All right, 21-14 Jacks in the lead midway through the second quarter here, and then Western Illinois' next drive is coming up here. Get him into a 3rd and 4, and you talked about this, getting him into 3rd and longer situations helped out a lot. Right?
Well, without a doubt, and they put, they show their hand a little bit. They put their big back in, so we're almost certain he's going to get it. Here, Taryn had an unbelievable game. Here he gets some pressure, throws to, and that's a big play. I mean, it doesn't go for 15, but it gets us going, and they have a personal foul. They rough the quarterback.
This was a weird drive. You go 86 yards, 40 of it by penalty, and then this play gets called back.
Take it anyway
because of a holding call that was a little suspicious.
It was suspicious, but don't do that. Don't put yourself in that situation. Unfortunately, Jake doesn't get the touchdown. We get a 10-yard penalty, and this play is unbelievable. Great job by Taryn and putting it where Connor has to catch it, and one-hand catch. I've never been on SportsCenter, and we've been on twice this year. So
everybody initially thought he was out. Connor maybe thought he was out. Obviously, he was there. And the great part about this is they show it on the replay board, and the whole crowd just gets up, and you go running out to challenge it. Yeah, and it turns into a touchdown.
It was a big play in the game at the end of the first half. Really energized us, gave us 7 more points. And credit to our replay people in the booth that took care of us.
Now, do you have a flag that you throw, or how do you challenge?
No, I'm supposed to go to the official on the sidelines and talk to him. He got a little upset with me running out there, but we just wanted to make sure it got done. They really review every play nowadays, so I think that would have been called a touchdown either way.
All right, second half coming up next. The Jackrabbits turn it into a pick-six party, and circus freak Dallas Goedert makes another circus catch and ties a 67-year-old record in the process. Well, the Jackrabbits lead Western Illinois 28-14 at halftime. Let's go back to Brookings and Stig with the second half. Up 28-14 at halftime, Coach, but Western Illinois has had a really good 3 games coming into this. They got a really good quarterback or great receiver, as you mentioned. It wasn't over at this point, 28-14.
No, not at all. You know, we had scored that special touchdown at the end of the first half, gave us energy, but we knew it could have been a one-score game. And our guys are really great in the locker room. They were excited about how they had played, but they wanted to get back out on the field and play some more.
After that first quarter, defensively, what switched? Was there something?
Well, really, the first touchdown was the block punt. They had a short field. The second touchdown was a long run. And so you remind our guys, you haven't played that bad a defense. And because guys get caught up in the score and they forget how it happened. And so I think we just did our job, and we did it pretty well.
And did it in the second half for sure. This is the second play of the second half. Christian Rosaboom, pick 6.
Yeah, Christian had a really good game. He had it in tackling, fitting plays, doing his job. And here, a huge play in the game to get the touchdown at the end of the first half and get this right away in the second half. Energizes everybody. Go up
35-14, and they threw a flag on this play. They picked it up. Jack score there, and then some more defense here. Nice to have Nick Mears back. He's in on the play here.
Nick is for a lot of reasons. Number one, he's a calming force, and he's a really good football player. Coach Brown did a great job of getting pressure on these guys. His staff did, and that part of the reason that was incomplete was Dallas Brown coming unblocked.
Another third down there that the Jacks hold on, and then some fat guy fun here running the football.
Yeah, look at him knock him off the line of scrimmage. Yeah, and you know what's cool about this? We ran that same formation, same play basically 3 times in a row, and they couldn't adjust. You could see it. They was unfamiliar to them, and so that should have been a bigger play if our fat guy gets out of the way. So credit again to our offense. Don't reinvent the wheel. Just keep running it if it works.
A couple good runs there for Brady Mangarelli, and then at 3rd and 13 again here for the Jacks and Christian DeWinicki. This catch is unbelievable.
Yeah, this is for his concentration. Then go behind the guy, refocus on the ball. You can tell how special that young man is as a student athlete.
Takes it right down around knee level, but again, he couldn't see the ball until right at the end, and he's amazing with his late catches, as you call it.
He great body control, great focus, great hands. So ends up in a field goal for Chase. That was good. Give him some more confidence at home and get some more points.
Vinatieri's 4 of 5 on field goals now. It's 38-14, and then more defense. Nick Mears again here gets there first, and then Nick Farina cleans it up, but just those 2 guys playing from the safety spots.
Doing a good job. Really, again, some experience there, help out our young corners. Needs to grab cloth on that one so he doesn't get away. Good job by Jordan. Jordan's emerging as our best corner, our top corner, a guy that can shut down a guy like Lenore.
All right, first play of the next drive here, and this was another unbelievable play by Dallas Goedert.
Well, this is almost scary, you know, how it happens. So he gets a little help from his friends there from Western Illinois and makes a circus catch. Here you can see it again. Just great focus. Just one of those things that happened once in his career, and it happened this night.
And it might happen again. You never know, right?
Yeah, but he's so physical, and he got held off the line of scrimmage. You can see his shoulder pads are out there on the jersey, so just a really good football player. Here we're playing team defense. You watch this play, that's discouraging. That young man is a really good football player, and we were a great defense on this night.
And then just flying up and making tackles. Chris Balster here, this screen is set up pretty well.
Yeah, they get us blocked, and guys are, you know, when you play with confidence, things slow down, you run faster, you believe you're better than you really are. It's fun. You played sports, you know how it is.
I believed I was better than I was, that's for sure. Another big play here, 3rd and long again, get him all flustered. Dallas Brown picks it off.
Yeah, and Dallas has had a number of these in his career. Does a great job of cutting, getting the end zone. Those are some of the biggest plays in the game of football, when you return a turnover for a touchdown. I'm not sure I agree with his celebration penalty there, but we'll talk about it and we'll mature a little bit, give the ball to the officials.
All right, 52-14 at the end of 3 quarters. That is the final score. And I think you're probably more pleased with the 14 than the 52. The offense is playing out of its mind, but the defense really came up in this game.
Well, you got to play great defense. every game, but surely in the Missouri Valley to have a chance to get where we want to get. And so, yes, I am really happy with the defense.
One thing on third down, in the 2 losses, the other team converting 65%. In the 2 wins, the other team converting 37%, about half of that. That's a huge deal, but even before that, on first and second down, builds up to playing well on third down.
It sets it up, just the whole mentality. Every play affects everything in the game of football. You don't know when you're going to win the game. But what our coaching staff did this last week, was we had a session during practice where it was only third downs. Yeah. And we called it out, third down, and good defense, but players making plays.
This was just fun. It's fun to play this well, wasn't it?
It was a fun night. It was if you saw my cut from the locker room, I told the players, that was fun. We talk all the time, have fun, and then I ask them what's fun. They say winning, and that was a big win.
And can play better.
Without a doubt, without a doubt, and they know that. But we want them to savor the victory too. We want to be mature about it, but be a little giddy about it also.
And by the way, the last Jackrabbit to catch 4 touchdown passes in one game was Don Bartlett back in 1949, 67 years ago. All right, up next, the Jackrabbits have some really good linebackers this year. We have the backstory on the tatted one from Tucson when we come back. Welcome back. Jackrabbit linebacker Dallas Brown now has 3 interception returns for touchdowns in his career. Here is our Brown, David, with more on the SDSU Brown Dallas about coming to Brookings from Arizona and the art of the pick six.
A strong football team and a reliable donor base laid the foundation for the brand new Dana J. Dykhouse Stadium. But SDSU linebacker Dallas Brown literally laid the foundation for his new home.
I worked with Oak Niemeyer Flooring this summer as a part-time job, and I got to do some of the flooring upstairs, help them out. And it's kind of cool to see just how fast it went up. One day there was nothing in there, and then the next day it was fully floored. It's kind of cool to be part of that. We were up there half the time when we were working. We were just looking, can't wait to be on the field. It was awesome.
And now that he's actually stepped on the field, the awesome feeling for Dallas is here to stay. Brown rarely misses a snap thanks to his ability to cover anything and everything.
He's a guy that can line up on the slot receiver, and I think really over the last 3 seasons has really improved in his pass coverage. And we feel confident that he's a guy we don't have to sub out to go cover a slot. And so he does a really good job with that stuff.
He's even trusted to hold his own on the line, such as this play for a sack against Drake.
That was awesome. Every time during practice we always get the tackle kicking to me and trying to block me. And I was kind of anticipating him coming to block me, and then no one touched me. I was like, oh wow. So I just went and made the play. If I get the call to do it, then I'll love to do it. I think I'm fast enough to work around most tackles, and I would love to do that more, get more sacks. It'd be awesome.
Brown started his SDSU career at cornerback and safety before finally being shifted to linebacker. His ability to play at multiple levels has only made him more valuable, and a positive attitude has made him a favorite among the coaches.
He's kind of a quiet guy. He likes to have a little fun. He's not I'd say he's more of a dry sense of humor guy than he is a talker.
But with a versatility that allows him to be a playmaker anywhere on the field, Dallas Brown's game does all the talking.
I came here as a freshman as 165 pounds, so started at corner, then I went to safety, and I got moved to full-time linebacker. So it's good for me to be able to be versatile and guard people man-to-man, be inside the box, and also play linebacker. It's been fun.
And thanks to David and to Dallas Brown there. The Jackrabbits play at Southern Illinois this Saturday. We have Steg talking about the Salukis and a few things to look for from the kids from Carbondale when we come back.
Jackrabbit Journal on Midco Sports Network is presented by Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, Dakota Land Honda, and Service First Federal Credit Union.
Well, the Jackrabbit football team plays its next 2 games on the road. Up first is at Southern Illinois coming up this Saturday. You got a feeling on this one?
I do. I feel good about this one. The Jacks played very good football last week. It was the type of game that a team could really look to build off of, that good teams would certainly look to build off of. SIU fired everybody, their coaching staff last year. They're scoring points, so another good challenge for the SDSU defense, but I've got a good feeling about this one.
All right, the Jacks have not played at Southern Illinois since 2012. That was A 16-12 SDSU win when the Jackrabbits went 94 yards in less than 3 minutes. Austin Sumner hit Trevor Tiefenthaler with the winning touchdown with 7 seconds left to win that game. That was fun. Anyway, this year's game will feature the top 2 total offense leaders in the Missouri Valley Conference right now. Southern Illinois quarterback Josh Strawn is first in total offense. Taryn Christian is second. Strawn is tops in the Missouri Valley right now, throwing it for 307 yards a game. Here are some thoughts from Coach Stiglmeyer on the Salukis.
They had a coaching change, so that's always a transition for the program. New head football coach, some new coaches. They play really sound defense. They're not flashy, very simple, and try to execute. And then offensively, we're going to see a lot of stuff. And they got good speed. They got another back that can, if he gets in a hole, he can go the length of the field. So we're going to have to be ready to play our best football.
All right, just seems there's a little new life after this week, isn't there? It seems like.
I was saying earlier, it's amazing what a win does to make so many people so happy, and it's job security, obviously, but it's where we want to be. We thought we were going to be a good football team. We played well the other night.
All right, you touched on this a little bit. Do you believe in momentum, or do you take that big win over Western Illinois and just put it away like you would any loss and say we're going to forget about this one? Do you just move on to the next game, or do you build on that win over Western Illinois this week at Southern Illinois?
Well, you certainly do. Every football player knows you got to play in the present. And so, yeah, you say we won last week, but that was last week, so that's gone. But you don't forget the feeling, what it felt like to dominate your opponent last Saturday. Remember what that felt like, fellas. Hold on to that and try to do it again.
All right, Jack's at Southern Illinois coming up. It's a 6 o'clock game this Saturday evening, and we'll see you next week on Jackrabbit Journal.